This chicken curry is the ultimate comfort food that is so good, and the secret lies in the simple ingredients, and the outcome is some flavorful and delicious chicken curry that you can serve over some rice, naan, chapati, and enjoy each and every single bite. This recipe is going to be very simple and easy, and you'll need a whole chicken for this recipe. Also, you'll need a few fresh ingredients, a few spices, and you are going to find everything listed in the description box down below. To make, we are also going to be making a side dish of spaghetti and rice, which will make a very good combo, and the outcome is going to be delicious as always. I'll start off by showing you how to cut up a whole chicken, and you'll need a sharp knife. Make sure to wash your chicken with some lemon or some vinegar. Using a sharp knife, we are going to remove the chicken quarters, just like this. And we have a joint over here. So I'm going to run my knife just like this. And this is what we call a chicken quarter. So I'm going to place aside, remove the other chicken quarter by snapping the joint and cutting off the chicken quarter. Then I'm going to transfer my chicken quarters into my bowl. Next, remove the chicken wing. By snapping on the joint and removing the chicken wing, repeat with the other side. Now I'm going to remove the chicken breast, and it's going to be very easy. So you're going to run your sharp knife under the chicken breast just like this. Snap the joints. Once done, you'll have a whole chicken breast. So I'm going to cut in half. And divide into 3 pieces. Then lastly, you're going to be chopping up the chicken backbone. And transfer to the rest. Pick my chicken quarters and cut out the chicken drumstick from the chicken thighs. Transfer to the rest, and we are done cutting up our whole chicken. So next we're going to be adding in some very few spices and yogurt to marinate our chicken. Then next I'm going to be adding in some paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon turmeric, salt, and plain yogurt. Go in with my hands and massaging the very mild spices and yogurt into the chicken. The paprika and turmeric are very mild spices, so we are just adding in some color because turmeric has a very lovely color together with paprika, and the yogurt is going to make the curry very delicious. And I'm going to marinate for 10 minutes, and if you have time you can marinate overnight, and the chicken is going to be very flavorful. Now, I'm going to be prepping up my fresh ingredients ready to cook my delicious chicken curry as it's marinating. So I'll start off by chopping up 2 medium onions. Make sure to wash your chopping board and knife after chopping up the raw chicken because there is harmful bacteria in the chicken and we don't want to transfer that into our fresh veggies. Now I'm going to pick my knife. I love using red onions because they have lots of flavor, especially when you brown the onions, but you can also use some white onions. Once done cutting into strips, you're going to finely dice your onions. And once done, I'll start off slowly cooking my onions as I prep up the rest of the ingredients. So you're going to place a pan or a pot over medium flame and add in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil because the chicken is a little bit fatty. Transfer in my onions. Then I'm going to saute for around 2 minutes over medium low flame. Next, I'll pick up my fresh tomatoes. I'm going to be blending my tomatoes, so I'll give the tomatoes a rough chop. Transfer to my mini processor. You can also transfer to a blender. Transfer in the tomatoes. Pick my assorted peppers and I'm going to be using half of each. Remove the pits of each bell pepper and roughly chop up my assorted peppers. Add in 5 cloves of garlic and some ginger. Cover my processor and blend. I need a little bit of texture, so I'm not going to finely blend my capsicum and tomatoes. Back to my onions, and they are slowly cooking and getting very soft. There's no need to peel my carrots because they are very clean. So I'm going to give the carrots a rough chop. Chop up my zucchini. So I'll start off by chopping up the ends and slicing my zucchini into rings, just like this. Check on my onions and you can catch a very nice aroma in the kitchen because the onions are browning. That is what I was talking about. So because the onions are ready and the chicken has been marinating for around 10 minutes, I'm going to get straight into cooking by adding in my marinating chicken into the pot. Add in some black pepper and curry powder, which is a combination of several spices. Chicken stock cube, tomato paste, my blended capsicum, tomatoes and garlic and ginger, zucchini and carrots. Add in half a cup of water to 1 cup of water because as the chicken is cooking, it's going to release some water. I'm going to transfer into another burner. Cover so that the chicken can slowly cook as we are making our rice. So I'm going to be making some spaghetti and rice combo, which makes very awesome and colorful rice. In my bowl, I have 1.5 cups of long grain basmati rice, which I'm going to be using for this recipe. And I love using basmati rice because the outcome is always perfect. Also, I'm going to be using a few whole spices. I have star anise, cumin seeds, green cardamon pods, and black pepper corns. And The recipe calls for spaghetti, and I'm using vermicelli, which is a little bit thin from the regular spaghetti. Salt, water, and that is all. So you're going to wash your rice several times until the water is clear. That is to get rid of the excess starch in the water, because when you don't wash your rice, it's going to get mushy because of the starch, and we need some perfectly cooked rice. So I'm going to wash my rice, and then we're going to get straight into making our rice as the chicken is cooking. My rice is nice and clean, so I'm going to check on my chicken. Stir in my chicken to make sure the chicken pieces that are on top are well cooked. You don't want to eat on some or bite into some raw chicken. Then I'm going to cover and cook for another 5 minutes. Now it's time to cook my rice. So I'll pick my pot, and over medium-high flame, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Break in my vermicelli spaghetti into the pot so that it can toast and get a very lovely golden brown color, which is not too dark. So I'm going to pick a handful of vermicelli and break into the pot into small pieces. Toast for around 2 minutes or until the vermicelli has a nice golden brown color. Add in my whole spices so that they can toast together with the vermicelli as it's browning. Immediately the whole spices hit the hot cooking oil, they are going to get very aromatic. And my spaghetti is ready. This is how it's looking. So I'm going to add in my washed rice. Toast the rice for 1 minute, and this is going to add in a very nice smoky flavor. And when the rice is well toasted, you're going to add in 3 cups of water, because I'm using 1.5 cups of rice. So using the same cup that I used to measure out the rice, I'm going to add in 3 cups of water. Bring the flames to high. Stir in the rice, add in some seasoning, that is salt. I'll add in a teaspoon. Stir in the salt. And let this come to a boil, which is going to take around 1 minute. Check the seasoning. If it's not perfect, I'm going to be adding in some more salt. Back to my chicken. The aroma in the kitchen is so good, and the chicken is perfectly cooking. Yum. Check the seasoning. I need salt. This looks totally delicious. So I'm going to add in half a teaspoon. Stir in the salt and cook for another 3 minutes. So the sauce is going to thicken up in those 3 minutes, and the chicken is going to fully cook together with the veggies, and everything is going to be delish. After 3 to 4 minutes, the water will have evaporated such that you can't see the water. So you're going to cover, reduce the flames to low, and slowly simmer your rice for around 5 minutes. This process is going to fully cook your rice. Back to my chicken curry, and yum. Everything is cooking perfectly, and because I'm going to be serving over rice, I need a little bit of soup. The chicken is not overcooked, it's perfectly cooked. The kitchen is smelling incredible and everything is just perfect. Once more, I'm going to check the seasoning. Yum, so good. So I'm going to garnish with coriander and let my chicken sit for around 5 minutes as the rice is slowly simmering. When your rice is ready, you're going to use a fork and fluff up the rice. And my, oh my, just look at my rice. This looks very delicious and perfectly cooked. Once everything is ready, it's time to plate up my delicious chicken and rice. And I'm going to get creative by picking a small bowl, adding in my rice, pressing on the rice just like this. Then I'm going to transfer to my plate. There you go, gorgeous. Cover the rest of the rice and place aside so that it can stay warm. Then I'm going to add in my chicken curry. Scoop out and carefully place on my plate. Add in the delicious gravy also. Add in some mango salsa, which I made earlier on. You can check the description box for the full recipe. When done plating everything, the plate is going to be looking so gorgeous. And I love that the vermicelli rice is looking perfectly cooked. The chicken curry is very flavorful, tender, and delicious. And the mango salsa has added in some color. Yes, this is definitely worth trying because everything is just perfect. Hope you'll be giving this recipe a try and tell me in the comment section once you try the recipe how the chicken curry turns out or how the vermicelli rice turns out. Catch you on my next recipe. Bye.